Hello, Internet! Shalthis here, and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. Today I'm bringing you another user-submitted Shoutcast, once again from ManaJunkie, who has sent me a few. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? I don't want to waste any time. Today's matchup is...
Rexxar versus Jaina!
Indeed. So ManaJunkie will be playing his Hunter deck up against Mookey, who is the Mage player in this matchup. So, that Houndmaster is sent aside, replaced by Snake Trap. Now again, if you remember the last game I cast of ManaJunkie playing, he used that Snake Trap to a great advantage by playing the Scavenging Hyena and sacrificing his snakes there. But he's going to start off his turn right now with Timberwolf. Now, you saw him hesitate a little bit to drop that, and the reason being is that Timberwolf is obviously a low-cost minion, so it's really useful when you have a beast-heavy deck later on, and if you want to play a lot of beasts, it can become very handy to get that extra +1 attack. But it becomes a big target, so you got to be careful with it. Like, in fact, right now, if Jaina wanted to use the hero power to take that minion out and not have to worry about it anymore. But Snake Trap is now in effect for the Hunter player. Novice Engineer hits, so a pretty stacked hand for Mookey, the Mage player. So it could be pretty good. But it looks like... yeah, it looks like he's going to drop that Iron for Grizzly. Thought that was coming. And attacks once again with Timberwolf. So now, Mookey's going to have to deal with that +1 attack on that Iron Fur Grizzly, excuse me. So she's going to need something sizable. The Wolf can still be taken out early by using the hero power if she wants to go that route. But that's 2 mana that you can't put towards something else. And early in the game, if she didn't have a hand of this size this early, then I could see that happening. But Mookey has a pretty sizable hand and probably has a lot of options. We'll use Frost Nova, so that's a good way to kind of keep things contained a little bit. And let's see what happens this turn. So there's the Scavenging Hyena again. Now, Scavenging Hyena, he is going to put it into play now and burn his hero power. Can't do any attacks because his other minions are frozen, but if any minion gets attacked, that's going to trigger Snake Trap, and that's precisely what ManaJunkie wants. As soon as you get those snakes out, that Hyena can be buffed up, and right now it's getting +1 attack. So you'll not only have the +1 attack from the Wolf if that lasts, but you'll also have all the buffed effects from everything else. Oh, and a very nice play there.
Well played.
The Ironclaw Owl silencing the buff effect from the Scavenging Hyena, so that shuts down the play in this case. But still no attacks being made, so really a lot of stuff just sort of being set up at this point. Another Timberwolf going in, that's going to add another +1 attack, and Claw being dropped, so here comes the assault. Big time fashion. So maybe that Hyena wasn't even that necessary, because things are just looking really good for ManaJunkie right now. This game is probably going to end very soon if this can't be handled. Arcane Explosion shuts down a couple minions and does get rid of that buff, but... well, there we go. So now it's a case of... oh, but the Snake Trap has saved the day. So even though the Iron Fur Grizzly is going to go down, there are those snakes. So those other 2 minions can take out 2 of those snakes, but no, I'm going to attack the hero instead. Interesting choice. But let's see what happens here. So that's 3, but that can add +2 to one of those snakes. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the hero power. That's it. GG. That is actually going to do it. And a very clever play and a very well-designed thing. 6 turns in, and this game is over. ManaJunkie takes the win once again. And we'll move further on, so... very nicely done. Excellent game. And there you have it. So that's how quickly these games can turn, and it didn't even require exploiting a, powerful card like Scavenging Hyena. I mean exploiting, but I mean, like, utilizing, I guess. You didn't have to use anything super powerful or buff up a strategy like we saw last game. It's really just a matter of getting the right cards at the right time, and that's a perfect example. 6 turns in, game's over. But that is going to do it for today's episode of ShoutStone. Don't forget that we are releasing episodes every single day, possibly more than once per day, depending on how many I can churn out here. You can subscribe to be notified when every single video goes out. You can also like and leave a comment on any of the videos we have. We have tons of videos to watch. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are in the description below. But thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.